So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Lock in, lock in. General West.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has... to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Watch the safety.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Robert Quinn in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. It's taken to the 26. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Prescott. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Let's go, D. Big series. Check 31. Check 31. Shoot! Let's go!
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott got his man there complete to Gallup. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Mike 58 right there. Yeah. You don't want that. Sponge. No. Joker.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Kill. 47. 26.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Check 26, check 24. Go to 54, go to 54. 26.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Prescott to throw on fourth. He's got his target. It's Cobb. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And again, it's Prescott. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Caught by Cobb. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
First down, a run with Cohen. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
18.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards. So make it 2nd and 5. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
18.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. There's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
18.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts? Come on, what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big pickup of 38. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Kyle Fuller there defensively. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Kill.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
That drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Hey, here we go. Go right in. Check. No. Hey, pick your game up. Watch out.
Now Elliott. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Prescott now. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. A first down carry by Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen.
Now Prescott. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cooper was the target there. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now Trubisky back into his end zone. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Powers ahead at the 45. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Elliott. fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 40 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's
pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB.
Lock in.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jalen Smith, that's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he's going to go down again. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Now Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs.
play.